Hey everybody, Coach Alex here with Oak Strength.
Coach Lauren, Reaction Nutrition.
Today's workout, 12-minute workout, guys. We have 4 different movements. We're gonna try to get as many rounds as we can within those 12 minutes. Quality over quantity though, of course. Lauren and I are gonna demo those movements. All you need is a dumbbell and something to step up and over.
Yes.
Okay, walking through that here in just a moment. Let's crush it. Okay, everybody, we're gonna go ahead and start with our warm-up. So quick shoulder mobility, just to warm up that entire shoulder girdle, upper body here. So we're gonna just start with those I's, T's, and Y's. I's, Y's, T's, right? I, Y, T's.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, so Lauren's gonna start off feet hip width apart. She's hinging at those hips. Arms are extended, biceps to those ears, palms are facing each other, thumbs straight up to the ceiling. She's here in this I position. Now, the more you hinge, the harder this is going to be. So this is a lot more. She's using more mobility here than if she were to stand straight up and down. So it's up to you, wherever you feel more comfortable, where you feel nice stretch, dynamic warm up. So we're gonna start here in this position. She's gonna open up to a Y position. So there's her I, now here's her Y. So like we're opening up like we're doing the YMCA. Now she's coming down to relax and right back into that T position. While she's doing this, she's maintaining her shoulders rolled down and back. Her traps aren't up into those ears. She's just, again, going back and forth between an I, a Y, and a T. Now I am going to join her because I also need to warm up. Hip hinge. Again, thumbs facing the ceiling, open up, Y and T. Now Lauren is resetting every time she comes back down. She's gonna open up, she relaxes, and then she goes into the next movement. Or you can just go back and forth between that I, Y, and T. Now we're gonna do this about 10 repetitions. 1 rep includes a full I, a full Y, and a full T. And again, make sure those palms remain facing each other, especially in that I position as we open up, thumbs facing the ceiling. All right, 10?
Yep.
Beautiful. All right, so what we're gonna do, just to, again, maintain some mobility in the shoulders, Lauren's gonna go no weight here. We're just going to demonstrate one of the movements today, but she's gonna go no weight. We have an overhead squat. So feet hip width apart, just wherever your squat stance is comfortable. If your toes come out a little bit, that's okay, especially with this squat. Palms facing in toward you, arms totally locked out, biceps to that ear, and Lauren's going to come down. Let's crank out 5 on each side, slow and controlled just like Lauren is. So let's go about 3 to 5 seconds on the way down. Pause for 1 second at the bottom range, and then coming right back up. Again, the goal here is just to maintain that mobility. Now, if you can't come up as far as Lauren and I are, and you're only here, that's fine, okay? The goal is just to warm up here. Warm up those hips, turn on that posterior chain, and reach. Make sure squeezing those glutes to the top. Okay, so for today's workout, like I said, it's 12 minutes only. We're gonna go single arm dumbbell sumo squat to high pull. I'll say it again. Single arm dumbbell sumo squat to high pull. Now, if you don't have a dumbbell at home, a kettlebell, anything to add resistance, if you have a jug of water, literally anything will work for this movement. So sumo squat, your stance is gonna be a little bit wider than hip width apart. She's gonna use 1 dumbbell. Her shoulders are staying square to you. Hips, same thing, eyes are forward. She's gonna come down that full squat. She's gonna grab that dumbbell. Again, notice her shoulders and her chest stay square. She's gonna come up into that high pull position, elbow straight up to the ceiling. And as the dumbbell's coming down, she's also going to move down with the dumbbell. Her legs, her glutes, and her upper body are doing the movement for this upright row, okay? So here's the movement. If you're not already doing this with us, I want you to go ahead and warm up, do 3 to 5 on each side, and we'll go over the next movement and demonstrate that as well. All right, so once again, elbow stays up nice and high, the dumbbell stays close to her body. Notice the dumbbell is not traveling far in front of her, and it's not traveling far beside her. Perfect. Okay, so that's movement number 1. Now, if you're having a hard time with that upright row, you can get rid of that high pull altogether and just front squat here, okay? Or we can go into a squat to front raise instead. Squat to front raise instead of that high pull. All right, guys, so next movement, goblet, reverse lunge to knee drive. So she's gonna hold, she's got that goblet front rack position, okay? She's going to reverse lunge, she's gonna drive with that same knee, and she's gonna go 12 total, so 6 on each side. At home, if you want to alternate, go back and forth, just make sure you're doing 12 total, that's fine. Or she can just crank out 6 in the left, 6 in the right, get your balance, reset if you need to. Now, as an option, go lighter with your weight, get rid of the knee drive, and just reverse lunge. So we're gonna hold that lunge the whole time. If you wanna step and get your balance again, you can do that, or just stay in that reverse lunge position and we're just lunging, okay? So there's that second movement. The next movement, we have a single arm overhead squat. We just demonstrated this in the warm-up, but for the workout, our goal here is to go with weight. Utilizing that, it's 12 squats total, but you're gonna maintain that overhead press, 6 on the right, 6 on the left for a total of 12. So there's that overhead squat. Let's go ahead and crank out 3 to 5 on the right, 3 to 5 on the left. Make sure those heels stay in contact with the floor as we are squatting down. Now Lauren, because she's super familiar with being around weights and heavy weights at that, she transferred the weight from her right hand to her left with the dumbbell overhead. For your safety at home, if you feel more comfortable transferring the weight from your right hand to your left or opposite, make sure you're transferring in front of your chest, just like Lauren just demonstrated, okay? All right, so there's that single arm overhead squat. Last one, we have a step up and over. We're going 12 total, so it's gonna be 6 on each side. Every time your foot taps the floor, it's considered 1 repetition, okay? So she's stepping up and over, that's 1, step up and over, that's 2, up and over, that's 3. Now, if this is maybe a little too aggressive for you, you don't have a platform at home that's gonna elevate you off the floor, you can use a plate, you can use a book, anything, even if it's 2 to 3 inches off the floor, it's all you need. Now, for reference, this is a 12-inch box, it's nice and stable. Maybe you have an ottoman at home, it's a little more stable. That might be something that you can use, but if it's really cushioned, it might not feel very good if we roll an ankle or anything like that. So make sure you have a solid platform, okay? Now the other option, without a platform, the exact same movement, she's just stepping up and over, pretending she has that box, but she's not really stepping on anything. So you can use that as well. The goal is to stay in that athletic stance. We are moving quick, okay? Really get that heart rate up with this movement. Every other movement today is loaded, with the exception of this one. So the goal here is we're moving quick and spend as much time in those loaded movements, okay?
So it could kind of be a shuffle. I was kind of jumping, but it could just kind of be...
Yep, it could be a shuffle, absolutely.
Faster.
And the outside leg, so the last step that you take is considered your 1, 2, 3, okay? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started here in about 15 seconds. 12 minutes, we're gonna start with a single arm dumbbell sumo squat to upright row. Grab your weight, whatever equipment you need. We're gonna go ahead and get started in 2, 1, begin. Remember, it's 12 total, 6 on each side. Drive those knees out. Transfer the weight in that bottom range. Good. Now guys, we might move faster than you or slower than you. It's all at your own pace. Remember, 12 total for every movement, 6 on each side. Now, Lauren and I decided to stay on one leg instead of alternating. Driving those knees out, heels stay in contact with the floor. Good. Elbow stays locked out. One side might feel a little weaker than the other. That is typically very normal. Good, full range of motion. All right, round 1 for me is complete. Lauren's gonna know how to get started with those step up and overs. We're moving quick here. Now again, it's all at your own pace. Good. Lauren's using her arms for momentum. Drive her body back and forth, up and over that 12-inch box. Starting at the top here. Again, the goal here is to get as many rounds as you can, quality over quantity though. Using the lower half to really focus on getting that weight up and into the high pull position. Her back is staying in a nice straight line. Her chest is staying elevated. She's not depressing those shoulders, so they're not rotating forward. She's doing a great job at maintaining that upright position. And again, notice how she's loading herself into that goblet position, right into that lunge. She's setting herself up for success every single time. She's doing a little bit of a different variation here. She's alternating instead of staying on one side. Once again, it's 12 total, so she just has to keep that in mind. Notice when she steps back in that lunge, her back heel stays elevated the whole time. You don't want that heel to drop down to the floor. You'll create an imbalance and it feels super awkward. Maintain that heel in an elevated position. Good. Perfect. All right, she's going right into that overhead squat. Palms facing in, using her other arm to counterbalance her weight. Her heels are staying locked to the floor, core is engaged. She's standing upright from the waist up. Her goal is to stand tall there. Perfect. Remember, it's 6 on each side for a total of 12 squats. Good. Now Lauren's range of motion is fantastic. She's doing a great job at maintaining her bicep to her ear, palms in that nice neutral position. Her shoulder and her lats are locked in. She's not jeopardizing her form at all. She looks great. She's gonna go right into that step up and over. Good. Now she's staying explosive as she drives off of that box. That's the goal. Whichever leg is in contact, the big drive to the opposite side. Great. All right, starting at the top again. And I'm gonna join her. Keep that dumbbell as close to your body as possible. Driving that elbow all the way up to the ceiling. Don't forget that knee drive at the top. If you need to get your balance again before you drive that leg back, do so. Good. If you need to bring that knee to the floor, it's a nice tap, soft landing. Don't crash that knee to the floor at any point in time. All right, guys, we're just about halfway through this workout. Good. Now I'm going to show the modification or the option if you don't have anything to elevate you over, elevate you from the floor. It's that shuffle. Last one for me. Good. Lauren is crushing it with her range of motion. She's coming down as far as she can in that squat and right back up, locking those glutes in nice and tight. Good. Again, the focus here is to really drive off the leg that's in contact with a box, table, any chair that you have at home that allows you to do so. All right, starting at the top again. Sumo squat to high pull. It's a full squat. Use your legs and your glutes to get that weight up overhead. Not overhead, into that high pull position. Come on, guys. We got 4.5 minutes left. Reset. When we come down to that lunge, we're going straight up and down, like a horse on a carousel. As Lauren's going to demo, notice her body comes straight up and down. Yes, she's stepping backward, but as she steps backward and she dips down in that lunge, it's a straight up and down movement instead of teetering forward or teetering backward. She's doing a great job. All right, keep that shoulder strong. Come on. It's only 6 on each side. Get a nice breather in between as we transition sides. Stay with me. Good. Now I'm going to use that box. And 12. All right, guys, 2:45. Let's finish this, go out with a bang. Great. Keep it up. Switching it up. Keep it up, guys. Come on, stay with me. It's only 12 minutes of work. You guys can do this. Now, if you need to modify as we progress through these 12 minutes, get rid of that weight for that overhead squat, but still focus on your range of motion. Don't forget, squeeze those glutes to the top. All right, come on. Home stretch here. We got about a minute left. Good. All right. All right, this is it. Come on. Home stretch, home stretch. Last 30 seconds. All right, this is it. Finish your set, whatever it is that you're on. I want you to finish that set and we'll recover here in 3, 2, 1, recover. Nice work. Boom. All right, you count rounds?
No, I was thinking that when I got to the last set. I'm like, oh, how far am I? Maybe 5?
Yeah, that's okay. Way to crush it, everybody. Getting pretty much maximal effort there with all those loads of that last movement for a quick recovery. And I say recovery, it's not really recovery, but
Less load.
less load, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, great job. Let's focus on our breathing here. So bring your hands up, or not, you can just hang out here. Big deep breath in through the nose and slowly exhale your mouth. So here we go. Big deep breath in and slowly exhale. Let's do this 2 more times. Big deep breath in and slowly exhale. Last one. Big deep breath in and slowly exhale. Smell those flowers, blow out those birthday candles. All right, great job, everybody. So hit a lot of posterior chain, a lot of squats, a lot of lunges. Let's stretch out those quads. So if you have a partner at home, a wall, any piece of equipment, all you need to do is either lean up against that person, or if you're a rock star, right hand, right foot, whoop, and shoot those hips forward after you get your balance. So hips are coming forward to extend that hip flexor or that quad. If your hips are not forward and you shoot them back, it's no longer extended. So the goal is to extend that muscle group so we get a deeper stretch through those hip flexors, okay? And while we're in this upright position, focus on your breathing. Now Lauren has both hands in contact with her right foot. If you want to be a little more balanced, you can do that. If you find that it helps you to counterbalance, to hold on to something or have that arm extended, you can do that too. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Hips come forward, squeeze your glutes. When you turn one side of your body on, and I'm gonna talk 2 sides here, posterior and anterior, as Lauren fires up that posterior, so she engages her glutes and squeezes, it allows that anterior to relax. The goal is to relax in that anterior so we can stretch out that entire quad and that hip flexor. Now, if this is too aggressive for you, you have a small table or a bench at home, anything that's gonna elevate your foot off the floor, you can do that too and drop your knee down to the floor. Now, this might feel greater, or you could drop that foot altogether and just shoot those hips forward, okay? A little bit less of aggressive stretch there. All right, let's go ahead and recover. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into a lateral lunge. So Lauren's gonna transition from, we're gonna go to the right. Sinking her body weight to the right side. She can bring her foot up off the ground, toes coming up toward the ceiling. She feels a nice big stretch in that groin area, right at the inside of her leg. If that is too aggressive for you, you're not that flexible, you don't have that range of motion, just hinge to one side, okay? If you want, you can even bring that toe up to get a greater stretch. We're just gonna hang out here, 15 to 20 seconds. When we're done with this stretch, Lauren's gonna go ahead and take a seat. She's gonna extend both legs out, and we're gonna reach to the center instead. Yep. Legs stay extended, toes are either facing or up toward the ceiling. Relax, focusing on her breathing. Here, guys, you could totally hunch over. Not gonna hurt yourself in this position, but if you do feel any pain, you can bend those knees a little bit more, or you can come up a little more. As Lauren stood up a little more from her waist up instead of hinging so far down, that'll help mitigate the stretch, lessen the stretch. Hanging out here for 15 to 20 seconds, and then our very last stretch, we're just gonna be transitioning to the opposite side for that lunge, okay? All right, exact same concept as the last stretch. Toe can come up to the ceiling. If you need to use your hands to balance, to support yourself, you can do that. With this stretch, we should be feeling it inside and even in that hamstring and that glute. So I'm sure Lauren feels it. I mean, she could tell you herself, but
yeah, a little bit. It's the groin here.
And then
if I don't support, I feel it a lot more.
Now, what about if you sink your hips back more?
I'll follow it. Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Yeah, a little more like upper glutes, hamstring area.
Yeah.
Yep. So you can play with the angle here. Good. All right, so we feel that's been sufficient enough. Go ahead and recover, guys. Fantastic job today. 12 minutes, boom, one and done, and you guys are ready to rock and roll. Nice job today. If you're not already following us on our YouTube channel, make sure to be subscribing. Again, my name is Coach Alex with Oak Strength.
Coach Lauren, Reaction Nutrition.
Until next time.